Welcome to this repree tutorial. I'm Colin, and today I'm going to be showing transaction managers how to use repree for their brokerage. As the transaction manager, you'll work mostly between two tabs, your Activities tab and your Transaction Viewer. Today we'll take a look at the Activities tab. The first thing to mention in the Activities tab is the Daily Digest. By switching this to on, repree will send you a list of all of your activities and events for that day in the morning. If this is not something you'll use, simply switch it to off and we will not send that email. The next feature in the Activities tab are the activity filters. In this activity filter, you can sort by date, status, client name, transaction, and assignment. You can also group by date, status, assignee, transaction, client name, and owner. Now this is something you'll want to play with and see what really works best for you. As an example, if you wanted to see all of the upcoming activities in your brokerage and you wanted to know who they were assigned to, you could filter based on those criteria. If you wanted to look at all of the incomplete activities within your brokerage and sort them by the transaction that they're assigned to, you also can search by those criteria. The next thing you'll notice are the activities themselves. Within the activity bar, you have the status, you have the activity's name, you have the date that it was submitted, and you have the person that it is currently assigned to. The assignee changes with the person who is currently tasked with something within the activity. You'll also notice you have the option of deleting the activity completely by clicking on this X. To look at the activity in more detail, click on the chevron, and here's where you will review your documents, add descriptions, accept and reject those documents, and look at the entire transaction as a whole. So in a typical transaction, you will look at the document, go through, make sure everything here looks good, go into review. The final person reviewing the activity has the option to edit the name as well. This is something to keep in mind if you have multiple reviewers, as the first person reviewing will not be able to make any changes. If you'd like to accept these changes, click Accept and Save, which will move the activity from submitted to complete. If you were to review that activity and reject it, you would give your agent a reason for the rejection and send it back to them to make any corrections that need to be made. Just as a note, it will not go back to your agent saying rejected, it will simply say returned. You also have the option of looking at documents here, adding contact information and adding extra information about the transaction. You can also see all of this by clicking on the Transaction button here. The Transaction button will bring you into all of the activity within this transaction. Here you can see you can take a look at your trade record, the commissions calculator, all the contacts connected to this activity, any documents, the submission process thus far, and info about the transaction. As always, if you need further help, please contact our support page for more tutorials, or click the green Help tab and one of our agents would be happy to assist you.